Hey y'all, I'm Stephanie. I'm the Lispy Librarian. So I am from the Rio Grande Valley, Texas, way deep south. So I got my bachelor's in teaching from Texas A&M University, whoop, class of 2012, and got my Master of Library Science from Sam Houston State University last summer. So I'm now a librarian certified in the state of Texas, and I'm a librarian at a ninth grade academy here in South Texas. So about 2 years ago, when I was in my master's program, Dr. Terry Lassane assigned us to blog about the books we were reading. And that was really hard for me to do because let's be real, when you're teaching and going to grad school, you don't have time to breathe, let alone blog. So that ended up being like 2 nights of me staying up until like 3 in the morning blogging about a bunch of books. And it was awesome and I really enjoyed it, but I couldn't be passionate about it because I didn't have time to put into it and make it a priority. So after that assignment, my blog kind of died and it was really sad because I really wanted to keep it going. But here I am. It's easier for me to talk than it is to type, and I don't know why I didn't think about that sooner, but I'm here. So obviously, I'm going to be talking about books and bookish things like book boxes, book events, books, because books are awesome. And if you don't believe me, the Lorax is on my arm and he says to read. And if you don't like reading, I will find a way to help you enjoy reading because everyone loves reading, whether you know you do or not. Everyone is a reader, whether you know you are or not. So that's my opinion. I want you to be a reader, so I'm going to be talking about books and like sharing ideas with you, and I promise you, you will hear something that you enjoy at some point or another. At least that's what I'm hoping for, and that's what the purpose of this is. So Lispy came because I obviously have a lisp, and when I get really excited about something, I get super excited, and it's really funny because my lisp will come out and I'll start talking really fast and I'll be like, oh my God, you'll have to hear about this. It's amazing. And I get really lispy. So that's where that came from. And I figured, why not roll with it? And, if it helps somebody out who's got a lisp and, is kind of ashamed of it, then awesome, let's do this and have a lisp together and, have a club or whatever. Anyway, so talking about books, my preferred genre is YA. Dr. Terry Lassane is the YA goddess, and I was dubbed the YA queen. So, I am currently reading Sarah J. Maas's Empire of Storms, and super excited because this is a signed copy from her that I ordered, and I'm super excited because I also got this as an ebook because this is like the precious right now. I'm also reading My Boyfriend Barfed in My Handbag and Other Things You Can't Ask Martha by Jolie Kerr. And y'all, this book is hilarious. Like, I bought it because I thought it was going to teach me about how to clean my house. And it's a little more than that. Like, I thought I was decent at cleaning my house. I'm not. And this is like the best cleaning tips I've ever read. Plus, I got it on sale. And it's hilarious. Like, I would have never thought of how to properly clean my sink or like that I've been doing the dishes wrong for the past 13 years, but it's hilarious. And if you're like a neat freak, this book is super funny and will like change the way you think about cleaning. There's a section where she has questions from her like articles in newspapers where people would send in questions about cleaning. And there's one where a girl is inheriting an armchair that her boyfriend is bringing into their house that's covered in a disgusting substance, and it's pretty gross and it's pretty funny about the way to get it out and like the whole story that happens with it. So if you like cleaning or you don't like cleaning like me and you really want something funny, this book is hilarious. I'm also in the middle of a comic book series, and it's my first comic, so I've never liked graphic novels or comics before. And this weekend, I was in Austin for the Texas Teen Book Festival and went to Austin Books and Comics and asked if they had a comic about Stranger Things or like was Stranger Things or similar to Stranger Things, because Stranger Things is awesome. And if you haven't watched the show already, it's only 8 episodes long. Go watch it, like binge watch it tonight because it's totally worth it. And it's Friday night, so what else do you have to do than watch Netflix? Read. But seriously, watch Stranger Things. Totally worth it. Anyway, so asked about a comic for Stranger Things, and the person who was helping me recommended Paper Girls. So it is about girls who deliver the newspaper in the 80s who kind of get in the midst of like a big time travel like mess, and it's really really good. If you're kind of nostalgic for the 80s, or you didn't get to live in the 80s, like I was born in 89, so I didn't get to live in the 80s, but I love the 80s. This book is awesome. This comic is awesome, and they're really quick reads. Like I think they're maybe 30-40 pages, and I can read one chapter or edition in like 20 minutes. It's awesome, and the drawings are gorgeous. Let me just flip one for you. Like, these are beautiful, and it's really cool because it's a recent one. So they end up, when they're time traveling, they actually end up in 2016, and the girls are super excited because they see signs for Hillary. They see things like malls, and it just blows their mind about what we've got. There's even an Apple device in it, and it blows their little 80s minds, and it's awesome. The really sad part is this is number 9, and number 10 came out yesterday, October 6th, 5th, whatever the 5th was. It came out on the 5th, and I don't have it yet, so I'm really waiting for that. So I just subscribed to Paper Girls through imagecomics.com, and I'm really waiting for number 10 to get here because I need to know what happens. So one of the characters just got this huge news that she finds out what happens like in her future, and it was kind of devastating, so I can't wait to see what happens there. So going back to Empire of Storms, Sarah J. Maas is a genius, and she will break your heart and make it all better, and then break your heart again, and then make you super angry, and then make it okay again. But she's an amazing writer. She's super descriptive and like secretly descriptive, so it's not like you're reading 9 pages about a description of a tree, but she slips these beautiful descriptions of like landscapes and the way that people look into the story, and it's gorgeous. Like, it makes you have an awesome image in your head. And what I think Selena Sardothian, aka Aelin Galathynius, looks like is probably what she looks like, because the descriptions are on point. If you're not familiar with the Throne of Glass series, it starts with in the empire called Adarlan, and with a girl named Selena Sardothian who has this deep, deep secret that she doesn't even know. And it's really cool because throughout the series, she becomes this new person, and it was amazing. Like, it was a life changer for me. I have a lot of life-changing novels, but this one is it. Like, watching her transformation helped me grow a little as a person, and it was really, really cool. Like, I recommend this series to girls a lot because it's a really cool transformation and coming of age story, and also like growing into yourself and accepting who you are, whether you know who that is or not. And it's really cool how her friends kind of help her in that. Side note, and a little bit of a spoiler, there is a novella book that Sarah J. Maas wrote, and it's all these little short stories about Selena. And it has one about her, I'm going to say ex-boyfriend, but he's not really an ex anymore. And if you read it, it will make you cry terribly hard, like ugly cry. So if you're ready for that, do it. But this series is seriously amazing. It's life-changing. It will change the way you think about yourself and female characters in general, because she's a badass. She's really, really cool. Like, she's an assassin. So do with that what you will. And it's amazing. So later on, I'll probably get through a review of this, but I'm not done with it because I'm currently reading it. I also use Audible to listen to books, and it's amazing because I can drive and listen to books, or like while I'm working, I can listen to my books, and it's been really, really handy. So this summer, I restarted the Harry Potter series on Audible while I was doing inventory in my library, and started with the first one, and I am currently on Order of the Phoenix, which is book 5. And it's really cool because I haven't reread, or I've never listened to the series before, so listening to it has been really different than actually rereading it like I have, and I try to do that like every 2 years because it's a long series, but it's super fun to reread and think about how you've grown and how the characters grow and how it's kind of seeing it differently now that I'm 26 as opposed to when I started reading the series when I was 9. So it's really cool. I'm listening to it on Audible, and the narrator is awesome. I can't remember his name right now, but the narrator's voice is really, really fun, and I love how he changes his voice up for the different characters. Like Hermione's slightly a higher pitch than Harry and Ron's voices. So it's really neat to hear that. So this vlog is going to be about my books and bookish things. So pretty soon, tomorrow actually, I'm getting the Book Riot book mail package box. And so there'll be a video on that. And then pretty soon I'm going to have a video about the Texas Teen Book Festival and meeting some awesome authors and buying a whole lot of books and getting a whole bunch signed. And it was a great time. So stay tuned, and I'm really excited about this. I hope y'all are too.